What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the TF Movie Show. This is just a web series. We're talking about the Transformers live-action movie franchise. This is episode number 21, and in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about Bumblebee. But before I talk about that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that said happy birthday to me. Thank you so much. My birthday was August 15th, and I didn't really make a big deal about it. I just posted a couple of things on Instagram, and I really don't celebrate it that much anymore. I just get together with a bunch of friends and close family members and just have a small dinner. I don't want to do anything big. But anyways, I still really appreciate everybody saying happy birthday to me. It really means a lot, so thank you so much. Anyways, I want to give a big shout out, actually a birthday shout out to Brandon Gandiza. Happy birthday to you. And also to David Baliashvili. Keep up the good work on your voice acting. It's really awesome. I can see it getting better and better. Keep it up. Anyways, let's talk about Bumblebee, and Bumblebee is really only 4 months away. That's not a long time from now. It comes out in December, and we're already going into September. So it's time to really promote the heck out of this film, and it is going on, as we already know. We've seen what we saw at San Diego Comic-Con, and well, there's Haley Steinfeld promoting it on her Instagram account, and also Paramount and Hasbro, or rather the Bumblebee team, will be making the rounds internationally at Comic-Con Portugal on September 6th to September 9th. Also, Heroes Comic-Con at Madrid, Spain in September 21st to 23rd, and also in Barcelona for another special event. I don't have any much information about that, but that's happening. But that's only 3 locations of when they're going to be promoting this film. They're going to make a lot more rounds, but that will be later on announced. Anyways, what's really big as a big announcement is that voice actor David Sobolov announced that he will be voicing a character in this film. He tweets, "Transformers fans, Paramount Pictures has given me the okay to reveal I'm playing a role in the upcoming epic Bumblebee movie. As of now, I'm not authorized to tell you my character's name. More news about that soon. Who do you think it is?" That is really exciting. First of all, if you don't know who David Sobolov is, he is an actor on Legends of Tomorrow, and he's also voiced Shockwave on Transformers Prime, along with a lot of other, he's done a lot of other voice acting work. But of course, he's most notable for his work as Shockwave in Transformers Prime, and for him to go from Transformers Prime to the Bumblebee movie, a live-action film, that's really awesome. So, very cool. Who do I think it is? I really don't know, but I can guess. So, we got Justin Theroux as Dropkick, we got Angela Bassett as Shatter, Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, Jess Harnell as maybe the return of Barricade, or a version of Barricade, or another vehicle. But then there's David Sobolov, and I'm thinking, why not Blitzwing? Why not? I mean, he is the other character that's out there. So Paramount Picture wants to keep it on the wraps, but they also want to keep they also for a while kept the identity of that Starscream character under wraps, and now it's Blitzwing. So I don't know. I'm gonna guess that it's Blitzwing, but your guess is as good as mine. Moving on. What's also really exciting is to know that there's an official prequel tie-in comic to Bumblebee. If you want to know what happened between the World War II Bumblebee and the Bumblebee movie, which takes place in the 1980s, well, there's this prequel comic, and here is the cover for issue number 3, the official prequel to upcoming movie. This issue is called Energon is Forever, and it follows the adventures of Bumblebee working together with MI6 as a spy. So very exciting stuff. Now, what's very interesting is that it shows that this character is Blitzwing. This jet over here is actually Blitzwing, as you see in the speech bubbles over here. It says Blitzwing, and then you also see him in his robot form, as well as a red Decepticon, which I guess is Shatter. So Bumblebee has seen a lot of action. He's definitely seen a lot of action, getting into fights with 2 different Decepticons, along with his human spy sidekicks. But you can see that this is not the first encounter of Bumblebee with Blitzwing and Shatter. So this is very exciting. And then you see some major explosions go down, Michael Bay style, Krakoosh. So there you have it. So make sure you pick up this comic if you really want to know more about what went down before the Bumblebee film. There's a lot going on. Now, a lot of people were talking about, well, you know, how is this possible? How could Bumblebee see all this action and then suddenly when we see him in the trailer, he's like really scared, he's really timid. Like, what is all that about? I mean, he fought Nazis in World War II, so what is going on there? Well, they introduced the theme of amnesia. At San Diego Comic-Con, they talked about the fact that amnesia or memory loss was really what messed it up for Bumblebee, and that's why he is the way he is. So everything that took place before that is actually, it's you know, it happened, but it was, in Bumblebee's eyes, it never happened anymore because, like, he completely forgot that it happened. Now, the thing that's really, really interesting is that, you know, there's so many different iterations of Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, Beast Wars, and all that. And then now there's a cartoon called Transformers Cyberverse. It turns out that they're taking the whole amnesia theme, or the memory loss theme, and they're applying it into the story of Transformers Cyberverse. As you can see right here, that's Windblade actually wiping out Bumblebee's memory, or he's already had his memory wiped out, and she's restoring it. So the theme of memory loss and amnesia is actually not one that's only being introduced into Bumblebee. They're really, really putting it as part of Bumblebee's lore, like the Bumblebee lore, the character lore. So it's really interesting that they're deciding to go with that, and it makes it less, I guess, less like as a simple way, because you can see that in the Transformers Cyberverse cartoon, they're doing that as well, which really lends to the idea that this is a theme now. This is not just something they decided to throw in with lazy writing. This is a theme. So very, very cool. You know, I'm more accepting of it now compared to before. But I actually always accepted it. I always thought that, you know, an impact like that from Shatter wiping out his memory is really, you know, I think of it as a really feasible reason for that to happen, and it makes complete sense. I mean, it's not just something as simple as memory loss. Something intense went down that really damaged him. So there you have it. Anyways, there's not much more I need to say about this episode except for talking about what I just talked about. But if you are interested in this comic book and you want to know more about the history of Bumblebee before what takes place in the upcoming film, do check out this this comic book, From Cybertron with Love. And this is something that I think a lot of you guys will be interested in. I'm going to leave you the link for the pre-order on the comments, on the description box below, for you to check it out. Now I would like to answer, or rather respond to some tweets from Ragin Monaharan. So how can we let Paramount Pictures and Hasbro know that we'd still love to see a sequel to The Last Night under a different director's vision? Very, very good question. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. It can happen. I mean, like, I did say that, you know, the idea of the rise of Unicron continuing off where they left off from Transformers Last Night was a shelved idea. I did mention that. But nothing is impossible. Never say never. I mean, they could very well bring back that story. A lot of fans want to see it. A lot of fans want to see it rebooted and really don't like the idea of Unicron coming from the ground. Even though Unicron did come from the ground in Transformers Prime, it's still not the same Unicron that they knew back in the 1980s. Now, this is still not something that I would say that is really in the cards right now. I think that Paramount really wants to see how Bumblebee plays out, hope it's a success, so then they can move on to the Optimus Prime film. But if you really want to let Paramount know that you want to see the continuation of that film under a different director, then the only thing I can say is that money talks. Money talks. This is show business. Entertainment is a business. This is the movie business. They're here to make millions and millions of dollars. Bumblebee needs to be a success. I said this before. Optimus Prime, the next film that comes after that, which is something that I'm assuming or predicting, needs to also be a success. Okay? Bumblebee needs to be a success. Optimus Prime needs to be a success. Money talks. And then then maybe when they decide that, okay, maybe we're done telling these solo character stories, maybe they'll revisit the cliffhanger from Transformers Last Night. But all they need to know is that they've got back the audience's interest. They've got the fans back invested into this storyline. Right now, they see that the fans are not as invested as they used to be, so therefore they're trying something entirely new. But now that they got the fans' attention again, and maybe they'll get the fans' attention again with another film, Optimus Prime, then they'll revisit that. I think that's what's going to happen. So like I said, money talks. It's going to take a couple of years, and it's going to take 2 films, but I think that is what they need to see to happen in order for them to continue that storyline. Right now, it's a mixed thing. Some people want to see it, some people don't want to see it. I am going to go to this next one. Tyler J. Wolf says, Alex Yu, when are you post the next episode 21 of TF Movie Show? And I want to talk about my Transformers 7 or Transformers The Rise of Unicron 2020 film ideas on TF Movie Show episode 21. I would like to make, first of all, thank you, Tyler, for your tweet. I would like to give everybody an invitation to talk about what they want to see for the story of how the Rise of Unicron is going to play out. I'm calling it the Rise of Unicron because that's really what's happening at the end of Transformers Last Night. There is a movie, or rather, I won't say there is a movie, there is a story to be told about Unicron coming from the ground. How's that going to play out? I want you guys to know in the comments section below, because I'm really, really interested in seeing if there's actually something that could be like an interesting story that could be told. I think what they did was they actually put the idea there, but they didn't really hash out how it's going to play out. I don't think they actually have a full idea of how it's going to play out. I think they have an idea, but they don't have all the details. So, with that being said, I want you to fill in the blanks. Provide those details about how they can follow it up from Transformers Last Night, and I will give shout-outs to the stories that I think are worth, are really, really creative and have really, really great ideas. So that's what I want you guys to do. Anyways, that's all I got to say in this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, you want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name's Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.